What is cracking, dorks? So I woke up this morning and I was thinking about one of my past companies called The Den. You don't know anything about The Den. That's kind of why I'm making this video, because I want to tell you about something with The Den, okay? And the reason why I woke up thinking about this is because I was challenged to essentially tell more stories. And the reason why I was challenged to tell more stories is because connection. And connection is so important. And so I kind of wanted to connect with a story with you, but then also encourage you all to use stories to connect with your audience, essentially. I have quite a few people around me right now, either that I'm coaching or some just good friends of mine that are struggling. They are struggling really, really bad right now because they have an amazing product, but it's not selling. Or they have this awesome business, but again, their product just isn't selling, or they're not converting, or they're going, hey, I need to do this big thing when they really don't, right? And I'm going, hey, if you did this thing, it would make you feel unstuck. It'd make you feel accomplished. It'd actually make your business move forward. And I guess it's not one thing, it's technically three simple things, but I wanted to share those with you. What essentially helped me with one of my past businesses blow it up to sending hoodies, which I'll show you in a second, sending hoodies and shirts all over the world. I'm not talking just about so there's a little hair right here, it was bugging me the whole time. I'm not just talking about in my state of Arizona, or maybe, to California or to Texas. No, I'm talking all over the United States, as well as the whole entire world. So New Zealand, the UK, a couple went to Australia, and I'm talking about our merch, our hoodies, right? And the way we were able to do this was with connection, through our story. So there's number one, story, through our why we are doing this, and then through our mission. Okay, so if you don't know anything about me, who I am, who The Den was, or what The Den was, so my name is Stephen Kinsley. I own Dorks Social Club, and essentially I started this thing because throughout my business careers of opening and closing different businesses, starting different businesses, stuff like that, I realized that my passion was actually for helping people. So yeah, I owned a recording studio. Yeah, I owned a music venue. Yeah, I owned a videography company, stuff like that. But when it all came down to it, it was the side conversations I was having with bands about how to grow their band. It was the side conversations with the businesses when I was, doing video, when I was doing videography and, content and photos and stuff like that. It was the side conversations with the business on how to grow their business that really sparked me. And so what I actually found as well is that it wasn't just those conversations with random people. No, it was the conversations with people that were like me, the misfit, the creative, the person that always kind of stood out, or was always kind of over there, hence the name Dork, right? Dork Social Club. So I decided to start Dork Social Club to help all those people out, open businesses, build their businesses to a crazy amount of money per month as well, and just really help people. So if that's something that you're really interested in, subscribe, like, comment down below, join the social club. It's free down below. If you don't know anything about that, just click that link. It'll take you to a page. It'll explain to you everything there is about the social club. It's just a free community of misfit creatives like myself, and hopefully like you, that want to grow their businesses. And again, it's free, and there's a bunch of crazy, actually awesome challenges and free tools in there as well. So The Den, what the heck is The Den? As you see right here, these are Vans shoes. I'll talk about that in a sec. Like I said, there's hoodies right here to the logo, and then The Den in front. And there's a bunch of other stuff too. It's just all the same wolf head, but t-shirts, and here's a pretty dope back patch that we used to have as well on one of my vests. And actually, I'll just show you this too, talking about Vans. This was another Vans shirt that they actually made us. Okay, so there's the logo in the front. This one's a little bit more worn, and there's it in the back. That was a collaboration between Vans and us. And it was pretty freaking gnarly, actually. And then yes, this was a collaboration shoe that they made us to sell to our people. Could never get myself to wear these, maybe in the future. I wore the shirt a lot, but I just couldn't get myself to wear these. They're really dusty, they're gonna make me sneeze. They're just hanging up on the wall over there. But essentially The Den was a music venue. So It was supposed to be a music venue that had a coffee shop in it, that we also had a big old half pipe in our backyard and would do skate nights and stuff like that. Our tag was coffee, music, skate, create. So it was just a safe place. It was actually an all ages music venue too. So our whole mission was a safe place for all ages to come, hang out, listen to freaking dope music, anything heavy, anything hip hop, anything metal, hardcore, stuff like that, and then hang out. All times of the day. We were gonna be open until 10, 11, midnight, open up super early as well, and have a bunch of different, coffee drinks, and then also, like cool, like nighttime coffee drinks as well, because there's something that really lacks in our town. There's a place for people to go, especially kids, to go and be safe, especially after hours. And so that was my heart, that was my mission, that is why we started and created the Den. And when I say we, is my wife and I, and then we had business partners and stuff like that as well. And the whole ideal client and premise around that was around, again, kids that stood out, misfits, people that love metal. That was me. That was me growing up, is all I wanted to do was skateboard and play heavy music. And the town that I live in, it's called Prescott, Arizona. We are very much known for like the oldest rodeo, for our Whiskey Row, which is all about drinking, and a lot of country music, which is totally fine. A lot of jazz, a lot of blues, stuff like that, totally fine. But there's a whole group of people like myself and, again, other people that weren't into that. And I said, well, heck, why don't I actually do something about it instead of complaining and complaining and complaining? Like, this essentially was my childhood dream, was to actually be a part of a music scene and own a music venue and skateboard and all that stuff. I lived in a small town in Arizona, but I really just wanted to be in California. And then I realized how bad California was, and now I'm staying in Arizona. Sorry about that, California. I actually was born there and then, moved out to Arizona. But anyways, I love my hometown. I'm back here now. I moved away for a little bit and just love it. So that's beside the fact. But essentially that was the business. It was something that was really focused on just keeping kids safe and keeping the kids that didn't really fit in or were listening to different music, letting them have a place to go and hang out and play. And so what happened and why we were able to essentially take our brand, to get a collaboration with Vans and then, sell these shoes, sell these hoodies, sell these shirts and beanies. And we had sticker backs, we had a bunch of stuff, sell them all over the world, is because of our mission, is because of our why, and it's because of who we were talking to. And we hyper-focused on a person. And we went, hey, if this is you, then come hang out. If it's not, there's other places for you, that's fine. Just go away, essentially. I had so many, we're in a pretty high retirement area. A lot of people come here to retire because of the weather, and it is a really cool little town. And I had so many people, so many older people coming into the Den and then going like, oh, what is this place? And we had just gnarly metal playing or gnarly hip hop playing over the radio, if there wasn't a show going on, right? And they would be like, oh, and they would just leave. And it cracked me up. And so many people were going like, Steven, that's money left on the table. I was going, no, that's just people that we're not focused on, that we're not appeasing to, that can go next door and listen to jazz and go next door and listen to country. And there's places for them. I want someone that loves this place. I want someone that will be here every single day, that will come to every show, that will buy every piece of merch. And that is what an ideal client does. That is what a strong mission statement does. And that is what a strong why does. Again, my why is because I wanted something when I was a kid and didn't have it. So I'm gonna give something to these kids now that I'm able to. There's my why, right? It was a little bit more smoother back in the day. I had it really down, right? That kind of rolled into the mission as well. And so why I'm telling you these things is essentially to go, hey, I did this. Yes, we had to close down. Yes, it was a whole thing with pandemic. And yes, it was blah, 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 right? There's another, thing with that. So essentially failure, right? Failing freaking sucks. And I kind of want to do a whole video about this. Failing sucks, but it is the fastest way to learn. It's the fastest way to grow. That is why there are coaches like myself and books and courses and things like that. It's because you go, hey, I'm going to pay to learn from this person who failed so I don't have to, so I can move forward, right? So you like my hand motions? I was like, we're like freaking jujitsu guy over here. But essentially that is why people buy books and buy things, is because they're learning from failures. So the amount of things that I learned from failing with the den, or quote unquote failing, even though a lot of people get mad at me for saying that, because I believe and a lot of other people believe that I didn't actually fail, right? And the reason why is because of the brand and what it stood for and what I built. So I closed January of 2023. So it is pretty much 2026 right now. It is November of 2025. So it's been, 2-3 years, whatever, 23, let's count 23, 24, 25. Yeah, so it's been 3 years. And my band just played a music festival. I don't know why I'm blanking on that. My band just played a music fest, and it was sick, and it was in Phoenix, so it's 2 hours away from us. And the craziest part is I saw kind of a lot of merch from the den there. 3 years later, people still wearing the merch. Again, sending this stuff to Australia, sending this stuff to DC, bands coming from out of the country or from DC, Florida, Atlanta, all, Washington State, all of these different pretty far places to little old Arizona, whether it's just a hillbilly town with country music to play a little 200, capacity music venue. Why did they do this? It's because of the connection, okay? It's because of what the den stood for. It's because of people so committed, so just sold to be a part of the den, that there was diehards there. There was the 1,000 true followers there, right? There were the people that just wanted to be there every single day because of what it stood for, because it meant so much to them, right? Because they were the ideal client, right? So when you hyper focus on someone, you repeat your mission, you repeat your why, and then you show the brand, you show the tag, and you really just talk to that ideal client, okay? You will have those super fans. You will have people that will buy your merch. You will have vans hitting you up going, hey, we want to collaborate with you because we see what you're doing. That was insane. Vans is my favorite company. I will wear their shoes till I die. The slip-on checkerboard Vans, the black and whites, those are my freaking favorite shoes right now. I love them. Okay, I've been wearing them since I was a kid. For them, for my dream company of dude, I'd love to freaking work for, or I definitely did work for them as just hucking shoes back and forth, but just one of my favorite companies of all time, right? Hits me up and goes, hey, we want to work with you. 6-7 months into your business. How insane is that? That is insane. That is crazy. That is unheard of. Yes, we failed. Yes, we had to close down. Freaking city, pandemic. Sorry, whatever. Really annoying. But why were we able to do this? Why were we able to we had a brick and mortar, but we did all of this, all the van stuff, all the selling across, overseas, stuff like that during the pandemic. So we weren't open for 2 years of our 3-year lease, right? Of our 3 years of being open. How are we able to do that? Again, it was our why. It was what we stood for. It was our mission. And it was who we were talking to. So if you can nail down those 3 things, then you will be unstoppable. If you can nail down those 3 things, then you will sell out of your merch. You will sell out of your product. You will be booked out for years and years to come. If you can nail down those 3 things, you will never have to worry about finances again. You can turn on your camera. You can, come sit right here. I don't care. I don't care if you're in it. My littlest one is going to join us for this, but for the rest of it. But anyways, so if you nail down these 3 things, you will never have to worry about anything ever again, and you can get that lower pyramid of things that you need. I don't know if you know the hierarchies of needs or whatever, but essentially it talks about if you can get your rent, you can get your food, you can get your water, you can get whatever, you can get your cost of living, then you can build up to that pyramid to the very top of whatever, right? So if you can figure out how to consistently bring in finances, right, then you can focus on the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, and then build that pyramid, right? So again, nail down those 3 things, really get at repeating, okay? Don't feel like you have to reinvent the wheel. It sounds so dumb. A wheel just goes round and round. And as soon as it gets to that high point, it does what? It goes round again. That is all we did. You know, hey, what's the Den? Oh, we're a music venue, soon to be a coffee shop. We're building that right now. Our tag is, coffee, music, skate, create. So you can come here, hang out, whatever. And we're just for people that don't want to fit in, kind of like Dork, honestly. And we play a lot of hardcore, a lot of hip hop. And there we go. Oh, I love hardcore. Oh, I love metal. Oh, I love the hoodie that you have that has the crazy wolf head, whatever, right? Wait, you collaborated with Vans? Are you kidding me? That's insane. What's going on? And then they would just come. And then they would buy the things. And then our merch, because we were so focused on our ideal client with every post, with everything that we made, with every conversation we had, with the color paint that we put on the walls, with our logo, with the hat shape that we got, the merch just flew off the shelf. Like, we could not keep it stocked. It was insane. So there's my rant. There's a smidge about the Den, just mostly like the merch side. But again, I was really, really encouraged to talk about this today, to essentially connect with you all. And then you're gonna watch over there and just essentially connect with you all. And then to show you how to connect with your audience. Okay, I've been in your shoes quite literally. Okay, I've failed so many times, but I've learned so many times. Okay, I've pushed companies with physical products before, and I've successfully sold them all over the world. So take these 3 things, really, really nail down these 3 things. If you don't know anything about these 3 things, hit me up, join the social club. I'm telling you, it will freaking help you out. You're gonna grow your business with other creatives and myself for free. Really, really, really dig into that group as well too. The more you put in, the more you'll get out of it. Do the challenges, stay up to date with all that stuff. I'm constantly doing new and fresh challenges and stuff like that. And again, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, Dorks Social Club, everywhere. And Dorks, we love you. I love you. Anything to say? You don't want to say anything? And I hope this episode helped. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of it, if it helped. And seriously, push your company. You do not know what will happen in 6 months. You don't know what will happen in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. Crazy things can happen. Not only, collaborating with your favorite company, but also sending your product all over the world. So have fun, keep on doing those 3 things, keep your head up, and we'll talk to you very soon. What do you think? Pretty good? Pretty so-so? Do you like these shoes? What do you like about them? You like the wolf head? Why do you like the wolf head? Is it scary? Yeah, we're still rolling.
Come on.
Yeah, so here was that Den shirt. And then the hoodie I already showed you guys. And then here was our shop shirt. So we had a wolf head on the front, right? And then we had just a classic shop shirt, right? Coffee, music, skate, create, the tag right there, the .com. And then that vest again. Wait a second, I need to wear this more. It's a good one. It's a good vest. Don't you think? Pretty good? No? What else? Oh, there's a sign right there. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little blurry because it's focused on me. Here, should I grab the wolf head and show them? Okay, let me grab the wolf head. So we had a wolf head wall that our friend Carrie designed. There were 16 of these, and it was pretty sick. Seriously, the coffee house, it would have been cool, huh? Yeah, I'm kind of bummed.
Maybe make a coffee house in that corner.
You want to make a coffee house in this corner over here? Let me pull in some espresso, some shots. Yeah, that'd be cool. Okay. Longest outro ever, huh? Can you say bye, dorks? Really loud. Bye, dorks. Come on. Okay, catch you later, dorks.